Hey, freelancers, consultants. Jeez, lost my voice already. So this is the Ask Rezzz show where you ask your freelance business questions, your life questions, anything you want to know about me, right? And I'll answer it. I'll answer it for you. I have no problems doing so. In fact, 2 years ago on Twitter, somebody asked me if I would put a loaf of bread on my head and take a picture of it and send it out through Twitter. And I did. So seriously, I'll answer any questions that you have. So today's question is do you schedule in time for exploring/reading articles online? Well, I don't schedule the time in specifically. However, I do read a ton of articles online. I tend to read them though more at night or early morning after just waking up. This is really this is because often for me anyway, it's the best time because it's quiet. I don't really have to think about anything else like work or things that I have to do. And at nighttime, it allows me to wind down. And in the morning, it actually winds me up a little bit. It gets me motivated to start the day and get going, right? If I happen to catch a link online though during the day, what I'll do is I'll often open it up in a tab, kind of quick scan it to see if it's something that's interesting enough, and I'll throw it into my articles to read project in Todoist. That for me is my list of where I'll go to, hey, look, here's some time. I'm sitting on the couch. Let me go pick off an article or 5 to read. So I guess the best question is what do I do after reading it, right? I think for me, I'm always very actionable, right? And I try to, if you know me by now, I try to convey that, right? I try to implement it. I try to share. I try to figure out a way to take some action on something that I've consumed, right? It's easy enough to consume a lot of stuff, but if you don't take action on it, then what good is it, right? For me, if the article is absolutely noteworthy, I'll shoot it off in an email, right, out to my list. And if it's a great article, I'll also share it on the socials too, right? If it's hyper related to a conversation that I've had in the past with either a coaching client, the Feast community itself, maybe a client, then I'll definitely share it there as well, right? If it's something related to what I'm working on though, in the moment, I'll drop that article back into my Todoist project for whatever that thing is. And it'll find its way into that pipeline of work, right? Or at least I'll know where to go get it when I'm actually doing the thing that, sparked the inspiration for that art for me to put it back into the loop for that project. If it's something that I'm not working on, it's not related to a conversation, but it could be something that I know will be on the horizon. Then again, that article goes back inside a project inside a Todoist, but I'll put some comments around it, right? In Todoist, for every task, you can put comments to it. Because certainly I will not remember why I put this article in there months from now. In fact, I've done that before, and I usually wind up looking at it and saying, why did I put this here? Like, what was I thinking here? And I'll probably spend 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure that out and never do it and then just delete it, right? Which is bad. So that's really it. Today's a short one. I do read tons of articles and I do have a process around them. I just don't schedule that time to read them. Right? I just do it when I feel like it and pick off the articles from the list. So until next time, happy reading, and it's your time to live in the feast.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.